back if you're already subscribed and seen some of my videos. If you check out the playlist down below. And if you are new, welcome. I am Natasha. I consider myself a birth chart counselor as I take the creative tool of using astrology and the zodiac archetypes and relating that to your own personal development with counseling or coaching. And today I'm going to quickly go over what is called the ACDC and the ICMC. So the AC is what rules your first house, your ascendant or rising sign. This is predominantly who you are, who you come across when you encounter other people face to face and how they perceive you. It's like the mask that you put on or just carry with you when you interact one-on-one with other people. So this is basically yourself, or the I am, which normally represents Aries, but whatever zodiac sign is leading your first house, you are kind of taking on the archetype of that zodiac sign, even if your sun sign is not the same as that first house. So it is a little bit different. It's very important, as your ascendant sign is also the main sign that you would want to check for when you are looking for astrological predictions, not necessarily your sun sign, although that can relate a little bit as well. You mainly want to check out your rising sign. And then the opposite part of your AC or ascendant, the opposite is your DC or descendant. So it is the opposite of your first house. So this represents the 7th house of your personal birth chart. It represents other people or what you feel is very far from you. Even though this energy is within yourself, you feel like this energy is kind of hard to reach in some sort of way, even though you have it. Another way of looking at this is that this is how other people perceive you. So even though you feel that this energy that is opposite of yourself within you, it's hard for you to kind of grasp. Other people perceive you as this kind of archetype as well. So it may be a little bit confusing. So if you were, for instance, a Aries rising, as if everything was in order of where it usually should be, typically speaking. If you're an Aries rising, you would be a Libra descendant sign. And although you may feel like it's hard to relate or understand other people or other people's point of view and their approach and perspective, other people will see you as this Libra archetype at the same time, or taking on other traits of Libra energy that you may not be necessarily aware of. So it's kind of a weird, twisted thing. And of course, it depends on where your personal planets are and what houses that may make things stronger or less intense, of course. The next part of the chart, so we went through the ACDC. ACDC runs horizontally, and then the ICMC runs up and down. And so the MC is the highest point in your chart typically, and in many people's charts it might look kind of crooked. It's not directly at the top. Some people have what are called interceptions, duplications. So when you look at astrological predictions for your rising sign, some things may not really relate to you, as you may have, your particular chart may have duplications, interceptions, and such. or it's harder to feel those energies compared to other people who have one ruler in every single chart. But back to the IC, or Imam Coli, which is at the bottom of the chart, or representing the 4th house of your birth chart. That represents mainly your childhood upbringing, the energy that it kind of took on for you, and your home, family, environment, just the energy that it basically took on. And the opposite part of that chart is the MC, the medium coli. Oh, now I forgot. But the MC, so it represents your 10th house of career, public image, how the world kind of perceives you to be, and whatever zodiac sign or archetype is in there, that's how other people also see you. So it may seem a little confusing because I just said the 7th house, or the DC, descendant line, represents how other people see you. So more so in the relationship department, or zoomed in a close environment, other people may see you as this archetype a little bit. And the top of your chart is more related to what you represent in whatever field you work in, what they would like to see you as, or what energies you embody in that department. So typically, if your rulership were in order, the 10th house represents Capricorn, so that is representing just work, money, how you climb up the ladder. Like if you started as a janitor and now you're the CEO of whatever you built. You started from the bottom somewhere and you progressed, got raises and moved up to the top in some way, whether that looks kind of small or very grand. So that represents the top. So whatever you kind of did not get in your childhood upbringing, there's going to be some kind of correlation to who you're trying to become to the public. As we always have pros and cons in our family dynamics. There's no such thing as a perfect family, even if people post perfect little pictures and presentations of what's going on to the public. What's actually happening is not always that smooth and perfect at all. So what you lacked in childhood in some way, you tend to take that on in your career house to balance it out. So those are your 4 main quadrants. They're more of your personal houses. So your first house, or your ascendant or rising. The opposite is your descendant, or how who you kind of tend to attract or click with the most, what you gravitate to, as you tend to want to learn a little bit more of this energy that feels foreign to you, even though you embody that energy, as well as other people perceive you as that archetype in some way. And then you have the bottom to top, Imam Coli and the MC. I don't know why I can't remember the actual vocabulary word of the MC, medium coli. And so that represents home, family, childhood upbringing, and then your public image and career. So those will cut up your birth chart into 4 quadrants. So if you have a ton of planets kind of clustered in one little area, that can show like what you're here to kind of learn or gravitate to first. Like if you have more planets mostly in the first quadrant, the houses 1, 2, and 3, you may seek more self-improvement first before interacting with whatever you're going to do in the world. If more of your planets are clustered in the second quadrant, 4, 5, and 6, then you're kind of integrating with more family dynamics, creativity, children, and your day-to-day routine. And then if more of your planets are clustered in the third upper right quadrant, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, you are kind of integrating or learning a lot more from your one-on-one relationships, being more intimate with those connections, or digging a little bit deeper with them and finding your own belief systems, and probably learning more spiritual, deeper beliefs with relationships or interacting one-on-one with other people. And if more of your planets are clustered in the 4th upper left quadrant, your 10th, 11th, and 12th, then you have more kind of presence or influence in the public sector. You're influencing the public a little bit more as you're kind of out there. Like, think of a celebrity, politician, something that you're just somehow being influenced to the people through your influence, like an influencer, I guess. So you're here for that a little bit more, or learning through yourself in that concept. And if your planets are spread out a little bit more evenly or all over the place, then you have more variety and lessons within all sorts of sectors instead of one actual cluster in a quadrant. So that is a little short description of kind of the dominant areas of a birth chart. So the AC, DC, and the IC, MC. And hope you enjoyed this video. It's one of my shortest videos, so enjoy. If you'd like to book a reading, it's linked down below in the description box, www.natashascreativewellness.com. I have merchandise and other things in there if you want to check it out and help support. Please like and subscribe to help boost me up the algorithm. Okay, bye. So high, so high, so high.